Hi, I'm Ashley and this is my video. I'm really excited to share this information with you, and I'm stoked that you're making the time to watch it, and I really hope that you stick around the whole time, sit back, relax, don't let all the information overwhelm you, but instead be curious about how maybe this could change your life. So what is Arbonne? I get this question a lot. Arbonne is a social networking company, and before you start rolling your eyes, like is a normal reaction sometimes to have, social networking is a totally viable business model, and the three key benefits, or at least the three things that I love about it the most, are time freedom, financial freedom, and residual income, which if you don't know what that means, it means making money while you sleep, even while the job is already done. And I don't know about you, but I love making money when I sleep. So these are kind of the key reasons why I started my business through Arbonne 3 years ago, and I would definitely say these are three things that everybody wants. I don't know anybody who wouldn't want one of these. So if you don't, then you don't need to bother watching the rest of the video. So Arbonne, we are a personal health and wellness company. We have been around for 40 years, which is insanely long in the business world, especially if you think about how a lot of businesses fail in 5 years, and then the 80% that don't fail in those first 5 years, they fail in the 5 years after. So the fact that we've been around for so long, and that we're an internet-based company that started in the 1980s before the internet happened, is mind-blowing to me. Also, another fun fact, at least I think it's a fun fact, is we're in 7 countries, and we have a 1% brand awareness, at least the last time I checked. So that means if you have a business savvy mind, you can see the huge room for growth having a business through a company like Arbonne. And then you can also brag about the fact that we've withstood time, we've proven ourselves, and we have a really good reputation. So that's really cool. I like to say that we're like this antique vehicle with a modern exterior. I don't even know if that's a good way of saying it, but I just like that we have combined this antiquity or this cool pedigree with really modern ideas. We're forward thinking and we move with the times. So that's really cool. Arbonne is a $500 million company. That's nuts. And if you think about the health and wellness industry, it's about to be $1 trillion industry. So this is the field to go into. There is an incredibly high demand for this particular type of product, and that kind of is my segue into the next thing that I want to talk about. You will not find Arbonne in stores. The only time you'll hear about Arbonne is you'll hear about it from someone like me or someone else talking about it. But you can't go to a store and find Arbonne. So you're probably thinking right now, great, you're a personal health and wellness company, like what the heck does that mean? What it means is we have almost 400 products. We have everything from baby care to spa line to skincare to nutrition to sports nutrition. You name it, we probably have it. And that's so cool because, again, there's something for everybody. There's something for you and your whole family, or there's something for everybody in the whole world. Everybody takes a shower. Everybody washes their hair, at least I hope. And that's why these products are really high in demand. Alright, so I know you may be starting to get a little bored here, but I promise I'm getting to the really exciting part, and there's 3 reasons why Arbonne stands apart from all of these other personal health and wellness companies out there. 1, we have the best ingredient policy. 2, we have the best results. And 3, we have the best price point. And I don't know of any other company out there that can do all 3 of those without sacrificing 1 or 2 of those other key points. And so why does Arbonne, not why, but how does Arbonne manage to do all 3 of those things? And I think the bigger question is, how can they afford it? And the reason they can is because of our insanely awesome business model, and I'm about to tell you about that in a second. So before I get into the business model, I just want to touch on those 3 reasons that I just mentioned and just go a little more in depth. Let's talk about the ingredient policy. This is my favorite of those 3 because there's so many amazing things that we are. So we're vegan, gluten-free, certified kosher, non-GMO, and the list goes on and on. We don't use artificial colors, dyes, fragrances. And like I said, this is just a small part of a long list of things that we have. And I just love working for a company that abides by all of these standards. And so that's why, in my opinion, I think we definitely have the best ingredient policy out there. But my main thing that I love about this section of the topic is we are free of toxins. And so maybe you know a lot about this already, and if you do, props to you. I think that's amazing that you have either had someone tell you about it or you're just educated and you're a label reader. But if you aren't familiar, being free of toxins just means that we abide by European Union standards. What I mean is that over there, they have around 1,400 toxic ingredients that are illegal. That's because over there you have to prove that something is safe, that an ingredient is safe and not harmful before you put it into a product and sell it. Here in the United States, we don't have those same laws. In fact, in order to get a dangerous and toxic ingredient pulled from a product, you actually have to take the company to court, which most people don't have the time, the money, or they don't even know that companies are putting really harmful and dangerous ingredients into our products and then selling them, and the consumer just trusts that because it's on the shelf that's safe, and oftentimes it's not. So I love that Arbonne not only follows those same guidelines as the European Union, but we're actually even more strict. So right now we have over 2,000 toxic ingredients that are illegal to Arbonne. And you will never find those ingredients. And we are always advancing with the times. We have cutting edge research. If we discover that something is toxic and harmful that we didn't know about, we pull that ingredient and we either pull the product or we reformulate it, make it better. So I love that everything that you use from Arbonne, you can feel really safe about it. And that's something that matters to me, and I hope it matters to you. So before this beautiful thing called the internet, most companies, almost all of them, relied on the very traditional business model, which looks like manufacturer, warehouser, wholesaler, and then advertising. And then finally that product gets to the retailer. Then the consumer purchases it off the shelf. And what happens is when it's going to all these places, all of those people need to get paid. And often 50% of the budget is just spent on advertising alone. So there's not a lot left to make the product amazing. And so that is one of the reasons why our price point is so amazing, because we follow a very completely different model. And that's, again, the social networking model, which looks like a company, so Arbonne, where the product is made, is told to you via word of mouth by somebody like me, and then it goes to you, the consumer. So the main benefit of this newer business model versus the old is that millions and millions of dollars are being saved because they're not going to paying all of those people in between the invention or creation of the product and you, the consumer. Those millions of dollars instead are going into cutting edge research, vegan, non-GMO, and those things are not cheap to do. And the only reason that Arbonne can afford to do them is because they aren't giving the money to that 1%. They're not giving their money to some old white dude somewhere who is then buying his kid a Ferrari or Lamborghini or something. Instead, that money is going into making the products amazing, having the best ingredient policy, having the best results, and having the best price point. And the other, even better thing that's a major benefit is it goes into the hands of the people. So people like me, because we're the ones who are sharing the product, we're essentially the advertising. So besides those millions of dollars going into making cutting edge research and the most amazing products, that money is also going into the pockets of we the people, the ones who are talking about it and sharing it. And I think that's so insanely awesome. What's amazing about social networking is that people do it every day, all day, and you probably don't even realize that you're doing it. And so what does that look like? Have you ever suggested a movie, or maybe you said, oh, the garlic breadsticks at Olive Garden are amazing and you should go. Does Olive Garden send you a check for that? No. Maybe you said, oh, I love that TV show, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel on Amazon. well, you're not going to get a check from Amazon for suggesting how much you love it to a friend. And I think this is just the best way to break down what social networking really is. So how does this all work? Arbonne literally pays people to share and recommend products that people are already using. Everybody, I hope, showers and washes their hair, and so it's simply redirecting people's spending that they're already spending. I hate to use that word again, but it's literally redirecting their spending to products that they're already using, except they're better and safer products. What's so brilliant about this model is that you get to come to the table with nothing, have nothing, and then leave with a business. And not only that, but it's like a franchise. You get to keep your profits, and then your coach is with you every step of the way. And then they get profits for teaching you and training you what they know, and then for you sharing it with someone else. The last part of this video is all about money, and I just thought that would be a fun way to wrap things up. So the reason there are people doing 6 figures a month in volume is because they shared the product with people and taught them how to do the business, and those people shared it, and so on and so on. And so even though those 6 figures in volume are not just their volume, they are reaping the benefits of that. So they are getting commission checks based off of that. So besides the awesome compensation plan, which goes anywhere from $200 a month to $20,000+, we also have our Mercedes Cash-Benz program. So at the 3rd level in Arbonne, there's 4 levels. Arbonne actually gives you money for Mercedes. But if you don't want to drive around in a Mercedes, which I don't know who doesn't want to, you can take the money. It's up to you. Also, we get to travel and meet amazing people. And the other plus is time freedom, which we talked about earlier. So I just want to sign off by saying thank you for taking the time to watch this video. And if this type of business model is something that you're very interested in, or maybe you're passionate about sharing health and financial freedom with people, then I really encourage you to reach out to me, because I would love to have you as a business partner. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to hear from you.